Yes, sir. There we go, Chris. Oh. Yeah. There you go. How about that? What's up, folks? Damien with Portersville Fly Company, and today we're going to tie up something that looks sort of like this little fella right here. That's a I like to call it the Super Kwan. It's not really a Kwan Fly, but it's got a lot of the same properties. There's a bunch of flies out there that have the same properties like a Kwan Fly, so I think when they tie them different, it's just because, you know, I think that's just a selling point. You know, everybody likes different things. The fish, I don't think, really care, because they all do a lot of the same thing in the water. But you know, when you get into Kwan flies and you get into like redfish crack and things like that, they all have a lot of similar properties. They all catch fish. Anyways, so we're going to tie one of those. You see me catch one of those, or use one of those to catch a trout in the beginning of the video. So anyways, let's get to it. So we're tying on a Mustad size 4 with Shaughnessy fly tying hook. Let's see, I got them right here. Let's see if you can see that. Yep. We're going to tie on that. And let's see, we're using good old-fashioned hairline dubbins craft fur in tan. We're going to use a Enrico Puglisi streamer brush in rust color. This stuff right here. Let's see. Nope. All right. We're going to use this is a Wapsi strung rooster hackle in fluorescent orange. This stuff right here. Oh, we're going to use a small dumbbell eye, a little bit of flash I got out of this bag here. I'm going to use a root beer color and a little bit of a copper color, and that's it. Let's tie a fly. Alright, so the threads, usually I use a Danville 210 denier, but this is a Danville, but it's I think it's a Flymaster. Yeah. So anyways, ain't nothing to it. Y'all seen fly tying videos before. You're loading the hook shank. We're gonna take a set a little bit of craft fur here. It's already been pre-hooked up. That's about this much, and we're gonna go. Let's see here. We're gonna go 1, 2. We're going almost 2 hook shanks back, and I've got a nice little. You know how they like to judge this stuff by, oh, get it's on the size of a pencil or whatever. Well, this is about maybe a hair less than that. And we brought the thread back to the just in front of the the hook itself. I'm gonna get this bad boy wrapped up. I still got a few little guard hairs in there. I thought I got most of those out. Anything loose, just pull that crap out of the way. Sew this bitch right on up. Alright, and when I cut my craft fur off, I like to cut it back at a little bit of a angle, like this. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then kind of work the thread back down to get it all kind of buttoned up a little bit. I don't get too carried away with it. Don't really give a shit that much. Alright. We got that on. That's simple enough. I'll bring up some dumb. Oh yeah, I forgot. I might add a couple shrimp eyes to this bad boy too. Why? It's not necessary. I don't know. I think it looks cool as hell, so I'm putting them on there. It's my fly. Anyways, put a set of dumbbells on right at the front of the hook shank. I'm gonna get those on. And a few figure eights. Bring it back down. Yep. Like so. There's that. I don't, a lot of people post this. In other words, wrap the thread back around it and then wrap around the bottom. It don't make that big a difference. As long as it's not fouling the hook, it don't really make a shit. Now, after that, we're going to add a little shrimp eyes, one each side. And the whole thing with shrimp eyes is keeping them even, because they don't like to stay even. I'll tie them on and give them a little bend like that to kind of flare out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, you can. Alright. I'll get a few wraps on there. Let's see what we can. Alright, folks. That looks almost even money. Yeah? Yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. And dude, I just got this Dyna-King vise. Highly recommend it. Or, well, I say I recommend. This is on the 5th fly I've tied on the thing. I like it. It's awesome. It's badass. Okay, I've been tying for years on a peak, which is also very cool. Highly recommend it for anybody that's beginning or intermediate or don't want to spend a pile of money. They're freaking awesome. But I just want to step up my game a little bit with a Dyna-King. It's got a bunch of other features on there that I like. Alright, so now where are we at? Okay, we are on to the flash Gordon material. Flash Gordon. Let's see here. Slap this shit up. I got some. It's all just kind of random. My copper flash sucks. It's like it's been bent to high hell or something. I don't know. I don't really care for it that much. It's an off brand too. It's not one of the typical brands. So maybe that explains why it sucks. But I use it anyways because I got it. I mean, you don't pay $5 for flash for nothing. You know what? I'm having a dumbass moment. No, that's right. That's what I want. Because contrary to popular belief, just because you tie dumbbell eyes. Shit out of there. On a hook shank on whatever side, doesn't mean that jigger's just going to automatically flip over in the water. It don't work that way. Now, I can tell you this, if you sit there and you play with a fly long enough, you can make it do pretty much whatever you want it to do. In this case, this is still going to ride hook shank down even with that weight on top of it, because there's a ton of craft fur here, and it ain't going to flip it. But I don't care. Just don't care. The water depth I'm fishing this in, it don't really make a hill of beans. Alright, so got our feather, preened a little bit of that off. Little fibers, I'll take and lay that jerker up here, and we're going to bring it back a little bit more. I'm going to catch a few of them. So, if this video even makes it to YouTube, this will be the first Portersville Fly video. So, let's see what happens. Yeah, I know already. So we're going to palmer this to the back with a handful of wraps right against one another. You know, usually with some palmering, that's a wide wrap. I like on this particular fly, I wrap them pretty close. Yeah, I don't care. You can catch up. Don't care. Gotcha. Alright, come forward, bitch. Brush his teeth. There we go. That's it all. Bring it forward. Ta-da! Get that mess out of there. Get that crap out of there. Get that all spiky. Yep. I wonder what this looks like in that light. I guess we'll find out in a little bit more. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and trim these jokers off because they're getting on my nerves. Ta-da! Alright. So we get that on. Now, pretty much the last step, we're down to it. I mean, this fly don't take a ton of time. So I'm gonna put the brush on it. That's the last material anyway, it's not the last step. Let's see, old scissors. Get red. My wire. I usually got nail clippers for that. I don't know where in the hell they went to. Good scissors. Knock that bitch down. Wrap, 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 wrap. Bring it on forward. Da-da-da-da-da. And then we're going to palmer this forward. Dude, I love me some Enrico Puglisi. I swear I don't think he makes a bad product. I use everything he makes pretty much, except for his shrimp and crab eyes. I make my own. I'm paying that for shrimp and crab eyes. Oh, and if you're wondering how they're made with some Loon UV thick UV epoxy. Also highly recommend. It's awesome stuff. I started tying with it like 5 or 6 years ago. Have not looked back. I'm not worried about too much of this stuff getting caught up or anything like that. I just don't care. And I'm gonna tell you what, the fish don't care either. I asked them and they told me. So we don't give a shit. Just feed me, Seymour. Alright. There's that. Oh, we got that. And got this. That there. So basically about half a brush. Get 2 of these flies per. I would get anyways. Alright. So I like that. This is more you watch and listen than me actually telling you how to do it in it. Slap a little whip finish on there. You can see how it's done. It doesn't, if you're just getting in a fly tying, you got this. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay, so now we have this big ball. No, let me put that back in Mr. Dyna-King here. Don't fail me now. Okay. Alright. Now, we're going to take a little brush and we're going to do some brushing. And we're going to turn all the little hairs loose that I can. And then we're going to do the tricky part. Little shaping. Little shaping. Pick the fibers out. Well, now we're going to get in a few minutes on this video. Alright. Now, the biggest thing is you can't see the hook there, the barb, and that's an issue because all that is fouling problems. So we're going to just take them right on up to that hackle feather, and then we're going to take and we're going to cut some on the sides, and cut some more on the sides. Now, like I said, this isn't I call this a super Kwan. It's Kwan-esque, except we're not using yarn and tying across. We're cheating by using the brush. Brush is your friend. That is what you can do. I just trim this to like a round head shape. Trim till you're happy. Cause the fish, they don't care. They don't give a shit. They just know it's fuzzy. It looks like it's got, you know, feet and gills and whatever, and it wants to eat it. Why? Because they're predators and they don't give a shit. They're just gonna eat it. Now, how about some good old-fashioned striations? Now this is where everybody says, oh, this gives it the shrimp appearance. So okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a shrimp appearance. I like shrimp. I know trout like shrimp too. Redfish like shrimp too. Flounder like shrimp too, but I have yet to catch a flounder on the fly. I gotta change that this summer. I've been doing this long enough, I should have that one in the bag, but I ain't. So that sucks. So anyways, if you were wondering, that was a chartreuse Sharpie, and it's really light colored marker that doesn't make the striations too dark. This is a, I don't even know what color you call this, but it's a really light tan type color, and use that to hit the back side of those chartreuse striations. I can tell you this, when you look at this fly in the water, you don't really see all of this. I mean, you see all of this back here, but you can really identify this section of the fly right here, and it does look very shrimpy. I can see where, where they like it. Makes me want to take and throw a couple in the frying pan. Might be a little hairy, but hey, whatever. There's that. What we got going on down here? I don't like it. So we're gonna give it the Portersville fly trim. Let's see what we got going on with these. Get a couple of these out of the way. Ta-da! That's starting to look like a super Kwan. There you go. Oop, let's do that again. Portersville fly, super Kwan, right there.